Oh, family. Okay, I didn't realize that. I apologize for our technical error. All this time I was muted, so I will have to repeat everything I said. Welcome everyone to our New Year, New You, New Book event. We are excited that you are joining us on today. Please share, please invite. We want everyone to be in on this conversation. We have Shannaire Ruffin here. She is the author of Respectfully F Them Diets. It's a lifestyle change. And I'm going to let her say the actual title.
Yeah, so it's Respectfully Fuck Them Diets. It's a lifestyle change. Because I feel like when you say that, it's like, oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to keep it real in 2022. Okay. Yeah. So thank you, Shannaire, for being here. Welcome. She's a dear friend. So everyone, please share, because this segment, we're going to deal with health. In our last segment, we were dealing with memoirs and stories. And I'm telling you, we have some incredible ladies that were that joined us, and they were sharing their awesome stories. And now we're here with Shannaire Ruffin. She is the founder of Inner Her Therapy, and she's a lifestyle health coach. And so this is what she does, and she's great at it. She has been helping me, or at least trying to. She's been working. She's doing a good job. She's been working with me. She's been working with me. And so, and I love them. And her and her husband, they have compatible delights. They actually, they live it. There is a vegan restaurant or what y'all call it? Food.
It's a food
truck. And basically they're living the healthy lifestyle. And so for her to finally come out with her book, we celebrate her. We're excited about this book because it's been a long time coming, it has. But it's here, and she's sharing her story and her journey and some wonderful recipes.
Yep.
Got some wonderful recipes in this book, as well as just some tips, some great healthy tips.
Yeah.
And so let's get started. So Shannaire, real quickly, just kind of tell us about you. Who is Shannaire Ruffin? Let's hear your story.
I don't really like to do titles. I feel like I'm a unlimited type of person. Like I'm a free spirit. If anything, I'm definitely a free spirit. I'm a free spirit. That's me. But as far as what I do, I am an energy healer. I'm a certified holistic health and wellness consultant. And my biggest thing is actually helping women to remember that they have the power to heal themselves. I like, before they run to the doctors, I like to remind women, like, everything that you need is all in you. So that's just a little bit about me. Of course, I am also a mother of 3 beautiful children. So that's just a little bit about what I do.
Wonderful. Okay, now Shannaire,
I got it. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Sounds good.
So Shannaire, now what? Real quick, let's talk about your writing process.
Okay.
I want you to share with the audience your writing process. What did you go through to get this book, to produce this work?
You know what? It took me 2 years to actually build up the confidence to write that book, because of the simple fact it was confidence. I wasn't really good in English. So of course I was so happy when I was able to get me an editor and stuff like that. But to get this book finished, I actually just, if you know how I talk, I write how I talk or whatever. So I just wrote every day. I just wrote. I didn't worry about the punctuations and stuff like that. I just wrote. And then of course I got an editor to make it all come together. But I wanted it to be real and raw. Like the same way I'm talking to the audience, that's how I talk in this book. I wrote in a way that people can understand, and not with all the medical jargon that they use in terms of like what we go through with our health and stuff like that. I broke it down plain and simple. If you don't do this, this is what's gonna happen. So and I kept it real. I shared my stories. I didn't hold nothing back with the way I came to transition with the book. So that's really was my process. I kept it real. I wrote how I talk, and I ain't hold nothing back.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Well, we got the real deal in this book, honey. Okay. So I am excited about that. And let me just say, as you can tell by the title, okay, it's the real deal. we keeping it raw and real in 2022. Okay. So real quickly, where's it? Oh, I done lost my little page I wanted to share.
It fell out.
That's okay. I think I remember. Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see this. Y'all probably can't see. Oh yeah, y'all can see a little bit. But anyway, Shannaire, you have really transformed. Not only, I'm sure your spirit has
Oh
transformed in
yeah,
your body, but
it did.
but physically you have transformed.
Hmm.
And so, kind of share that journey from going from,
Okay. So
heavy to where you are now.
okay, so how I got into I don't do diets, y'all, at all. I'm not a diet person. When I first got into it, I thought it was a diet, but the more and more I researched and I started applying myself, I had an epiphany. I realized it's really a lifestyle. That's why I say fuck them diets, because a lot of people, all they want to do is diet. If that diet not working, they're hopping on to the next diet. You got keto, you got pescatarian, you got all these diets, but nobody is
Atkins.
real. Yeah, Atkins. And they always ask me, well, Shannaire, what do you think it is? I think nothing of them. I think if it works for you, it works for you, but you have to really make a lifestyle change. And that's what I realized. But how I got into like this right here, as women, when we start having problems with our hair, that's like, stop. Life has got to stop for me. I'm serious. Like, I love my hair. I love my hair, and my edges was falling out. Like, I started losing my edges. So I'm like, oh no, we can't have this. Like, I'm too young for my hair to be falling out. So I started researching. I realized, like, okay, if what I'm eating or may not be eating is affecting my hair, then how is it affecting my body? So I was like, okay, because I cried. Like, I cried when I realized like all this stuff was going on with my hair. And I guess I'm just attached to my hair because I love it. It's my crown. So I ran across this post that Dr. Sabi, and I put it in my book. It was something he said about taking care of our bodies, and it just kind of dawned on me. So I was speaking. So what happened was I started researching consuming meat, and I'm a researcher. Like, I love reading. So somebody would have been told me about veganism or like an alkaline vegan or whatever, I would have been done it. So I just started researching, and one thing led to another, and I just took meat out my diet. I started out vegetarian. Then I went into veganism, and then I was just like, you know what, this is a lifestyle. I like that. So I didn't do it for my weight, because mind you, I was what you consider like a BBW at the time. I wasn't.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
How many of y'all know what a BBW is? Okay. What is a BBW?
Well, a big beautiful woman or big bone woman. Okay. That was me, but I was like shapely with it. Of course, I was still, my stomach still sat on my lap. I had the rolls in my back. I was like a 42 double D at the time. I was just, kind of heavy, but people like, oh, you thick. I like you how you was before. You like me, but I like me too. But at the end of the day, having them big breasts, my back was hurting, my knees was hurting. I was low on energy. Those are all the things that I was like going through. But when I started changing my diet, my energy increased. Let me tell you, the first thing that went away, it was my waist. I told you I didn't do it for the weight, because I wasn't worried about my weight. Like, I like my weight, but at the same time, I still was heavy, back hurting, didn't really have no energy and stuff like that. And diabetes does run in my family, diabetes and high blood pressure. So I didn't want that for me. Like, I don't like doctors. I don't like pills. I don't like shots. I didn't want that for me.
I don't either.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed was my waist. My husband noticed my waist. He was like, girl, your waist getting small. And I didn't notice, but you don't tell me, Mama. I'm going to show out now. My waist getting small. The rolls started disappearing off my back. Listen.
Ooh, how you get rid of those?
Not eating after 7 o'clock and then just taking the meat out. It's the things that we eat that inflames us, that causes us to have those big bellies. Like my partner says, you have no business with having a big stomach if you are not pregnant. Of course, your stomach is right here. Your stomach is right here, okay? This area right here is your abdomen area. So people like, my stomach hurt, but they point to this. This is your stomach. This right here is where your intestines and stuff at. So when it's this big and everything, that means you are inflamed. Your intestines are inflamed or whatever. So here I am, thick and inflamed. That's really what I was. I was thick and inflamed. But so anyway, a lot changed, and I like what I was doing. I like what I was doing for me, and I felt good. I felt better. I had more clarity, and I feel like it led me into my purpose, what I'm doing now. And I love helping people to transition. That's why I say I don't do diets or whatever, because I feel like you only gonna stay on it for a little bit, and then once you start getting once you start seeing like you transform, you may go back to eating the same way, but it's a lifestyle. Because if you can lose the weight, right? But if you go back to eating that same way, it's gonna come right back.
Right.
So yeah, so that's how I got into what I got into.
Wonderful. Now, in your book, real quickly, share with us. I'm looking at your chapters, and she got 11 chapters in the book. And I'm just kind of read them off a little bit. But back in the day and today,
Let's talk about that.
Well, okay, let's talk about back in the day. What happened back in the day?
Okay, because I want people to understand that back in the day, I was once like them too. I love me some chicken. I love me some crab legs and some shrimp. I used to eat me some chitlins, knowing that I'm eating pig intestines. I'm eating the shit of an animal. I keep it real, blurry. I mean, well, you know, the noise that you got. Listen, I'm keeping it real. That's what we eating. And I don't think a lot of people know what we're eating. I never knew when I was a kid that I was eating animals. I didn't know that. If you would have told me when I was a kid that I was eating animals, I wouldn't have ate that. I don't want to eat no animals. But yeah, so I just want people to know, like, we don't have to eat that way anymore. There's so many documentaries on what we're eating and what it is causing within our health. But like we don't have to do that. They say 85 to 95% of health diseases or issues within our bodies because of the way that we eat. It's the way that we eat, and then we don't want to exercise. We don't want to sweat.
Wow.
But yet we say we love ourselves. Well, when it comes to exercise and eating right, we don't. I always ate like this, or my granddad, no, it has changed. The quality of the meat and everything that we eat, it has changed. We can't use that as an example anymore.
Right.
Like when you know better, you do better. And some people don't want to do better.
When you know better, you do better.
Yep.
Right.
Even Dr. Layla Alfred says,
and oftentimes we got to learn from our ancestors. I mean, they went through something, doesn't mean that we have to go through it, or that we even should go through it.
No, we don't. We don't.
Right.
They went through it so that we don't have to. So the highest form of respect is to respect that and not do it.
Right.
So I just want, in that chapter, I talk about how I grew up and the way that I ate or whatever. And then I realized, like,
so let me ask you this. So because I know everyone can't be a vegan or vegetarian.
But it's not about being vegan. Those are just titles, and that's just something that I use to identify like what led me to change my life. It's not about that. It's about being healthy. Everybody can be healthy.
So let me ask you this: can you eat meat and be healthy?
There are a lot of people who say that they are healthy or whatever. And whenever you eat meat, you have to realize it turns into a carcinogen in your body. Okay, it's heated up. It causes worms. That's why people been eating parasite cleanse. I can't really sit here and say that and say, no, nobody can be healthy because they consume meat. I can't say that because everybody has their own view or opinion on what health looks like to them. Okay, like this is right. This is me and what health is for me. But I don't down anybody who consumes meat or anything like that because of the simple fact, I feel like when you feel like when meat is causing a problem within your body or consuming dairy and all these things, I'm here to help you. Not sit here and say, oh, are you going to hell or something like that because you consuming meat? Or I don't do that. I let you do what you're gonna do. But when a doctor say, oh, you got high blood pressure or you got diabetes because you need to change the way that you eat, then I'm here for them. That's me. Yeah, that's me. So I can't sit up there and say that. Yeah.
Great answer. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. So then the next one is my personal transformation. We see that. We see that, honey.
Lost my weight. This summer I'm gonna be wearing all the shirts with my back out because the rose is gone.
Now this is interesting. How to transition the kids.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned you had a family.
Yes.
You know, and so basically your kids are basically eating whatever you cook.
Yeah.
They go eat whatever you cook.
Yeah,
so,
they are.
So did they kind of kick back when you said no bacon?
It was no kickback because of the simple fact. For me, okay, I had to. When you read what meat does, whoop-de-boo, your mind has to understand first. You understand up here, then the body will follow. So for me, what I did with my children was, and my daughter, she started when she was 3 and she's now 10. My son started when he was 8 and he's now 18. And then my other son,
18-year-old?
Yeah, Jerry, 18. Their skin flawless, ain't
it? Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah. And then Tootie started when he was like 5. And he's now 11. And then of course, I got Ocean and she's 2, so she's straight plant-based. Like I'm still breastfeeding right now, and she's gonna be 3. Yeah. So
okay, well, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about having a baby at 35. And we're gonna talk about that in another one because
you still breastfeed that baby?
Yeah, mind you, I'm a VBAC too, so I had a C-section after. I had 2 C-sections after 2 C-sections. Then I pushed my baby out. So, ladies, if I can do it, you can do it too. But yeah, anyway, because that's a whole nother issue on how they treat us in the healthcare system. But anyway, so what we did was we watched documentaries together, so that they can see what they was eating too. So it wasn't nothing I forced
Oh,
on
that's
them.
good. Okay, good. So
Yeah.
it was like a whole family education thing.
Yeah, even with my
and with
partner,
the husband and all that.
listen,
Okay.
most women have a problem when they want to switch over. They have a problem with their husbands, like, because men, they love meat.
They
My
love
partner, he
meat.
didn't have that
They
problem.
love meat.
They love it. They love it. So the men, it'd be hard for the women. I'm here to tell the women, I understand that y'all have these titles and want to cater to your husband, but when you understand that this will cause this, on your husband, like the high blood pressure, the impotency when he gets older, the gout from the meat and stuff like that, why would you want to feed him that and you love him? Don't you want him? I understand for sickness or for better, all that stuff like that, but it don't have to get that way if you take preventative measures. Now, if he want to cook that, let him cook it, but you need to cook for you. It's about you, because you in that body. You ain't in his body. You love him, but he has to love himself more. So that's on that. But we watch documentaries as kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm just going through the book, y'all. I just want to do a quick reminder what we got going on. This New Year, New You. I'm here with Shannaire Ruffin. We are discussing her new release, Respectfully.
Them diets, it's a lifestyle change.
Exactly. And it's a wonderful read. I love it. She has even cute pictures of herself in here and everything, and she's showing her transformation and her growth.
Yeah, my partner.
And her and her partner, they are living the lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle. And so I'm so glad you actually got this book published, and we're really excited. Now we're talking about watering yourself.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that a little bit.
So basically, watering yourself is just being honest and having that accountability. If you know that you have problems within yourself, then you have to be honest. And sometimes the honesty that we need to give ourselves, it hurts. You have to hurt your own feelings. You have to be okay with hurting your feelings to say, you know what, I am overweight, or I do need to make some changes. You have to pour back into yourself. Like we can't sit up here and talk all this. So I made a post about self-love and self-care. A lot of people think, oh, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, and they post their pictures like, oh, self-love. But when it comes to like really taking care of ourselves, or really getting up and working out, or really staying consistent, we don't. Like, that's not self-love. It's not. So water yourself is about you pouring into yourself, you sitting down and having an honest conversation about what needs to happen with your health. Because most women, we're in the household. And if we get sick, then who's going to take care of your kids? Especially if it's just you by yourself. Who's going to take care of them? We always talk about getting to this bad, but we never talk about getting to our health. That our health goes on a back burner. You know how many people I be like, oh, let's go work out, and they don't have time. But when it's time to like go out to eat or go party, go celebrate, they can make all the time in the world, but we can't make the time for ourselves. We got to stop playing with it. Let's stop playing with our temples, especially if you claim to say you love God. And God is within you. You're supposed to love yourself. You're supposed to take care of this temple, not getting up on Sunday, go and clean a church house. Clean this church first. I'm just being honest. I'm keeping it real. You got to take care of yourself.
That's good though. That's real good though. I mean, that's real talk.
That's real talk.
That's real talk. And so we got to do better by our bodies.
We do. We got to be honest.
Yes.
I ain't saying it's an overnight process. For me, I feel like it was an overnight process because like my mind is really, really strong. When I make up my mind to do something, I'm going to do it. I talk about it in the book, how I made up my mind. Y'all, I went on a cruise back in 2000 and I forgot. But before I made my decision to go vegan, I went on this cruise and ate like 5 burgers.
You just had to get it out of you?
I had to get it out. But I think about how unhealthy that was. Like I was an emotional eater. I felt like I had my last supper, but Jesus wasn't there. I did. I ate like 5 burgers, y'all. But when I came back, I got with it. And people made fun of what I was doing because they didn't understand it. Now everybody's doing it. Or whatever, like everybody's doing it because it's the ways.
Yeah, and everybody is on this thing about health and getting healthy and understanding that health is tied into what you eat.
It is,
and all that. So yeah, it's definitely it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
Big. It's big. It's not about what you eat only. It's also about what you consume. Are you sitting there gossiping? Your friends, it's everything.
Now you go to another level now
because it's deeper, because it's really deeper than that. Like food, that me changing my diet was just like that wasn't even scratching the surface. Like it opened up like so much. Like I really feel like it opened me up into my purpose, and I love helping people. Like I love being a service to people. Like I love being a service to women. Like it like
which is why you founded your organization. Talk a little bit about that. Right?
Inner Therapy Healing and Wellness is where I remind women that they have the power to heal themselves. Women come to me all the time who deal with fibroids and endometriosis and they deal with a lot of things and they go to these doctors and they feel like they're not heard. When a woman has fibroids, the first thing the doctors want to say is hysterectomy. It's never change your diet, drink more water, or exercise. It's always, let's give you a hysterectomy, because there's so much more money in cutting on you than it is for you to get a $30 bag of tea and just take the tea and take things out of your diet. And it's so disheartening, because a lot of these doctors, they took an oath of integrity and they don't uphold, and not all of them, but some. And the woman that come to me, it's the same story. And I get sick of hearing the same story, because that means that nothing is changing in the healthcare. And that's why we have to be the healers. We have got to get back to healing ourselves. That's what I'm here for, as a reminder. When people say, well, Shannaire, who have you healed? I haven't healed nobody, but ask me who I have helped to heal themselves. Plenty of people. And that's my power. Helping people to heal is my superpower. She's talking. But I think
okay. All right. Now, Danya, Danya has joined us. Hi, Danya. How are you?
Yeah, she said she has not healed nobody, but she's healed everybody, especially with her business. And I see my favorite recipe. I was like, I cannot believe they told the sauce. They told the recipe through the sauce. I was like, you guys. Reading loose, everybody. I see you out there on social media. Super Bowl is coming up, and I see a lot of stuff that we at your parties that you can have. The Alfredo cheese sauce, Alfredo. She call it Alfredo. She is different name, but this recipe is loaded. I'm like, okay, Super Bowl party. I'm ready.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Y'all thinking it's the cheese from Compatible Lights. That's not that cheese.
Okay.
You're gonna be able to get that one in stores. That's not that cheese, but it is a really good cheese. Listen, it's good. I promise you. Just
Alfredo cheese.
Alfredo cheese.
That's good.
Okay. Because you can still use it for the Super Bowl party.
Yes,
like you got the right mind. You can still use that and put it on the nachos.
There it is. Alfredo cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all want to bang out. I'm talking to the people on social media now. If y'all want to bang out, a lifestyle change, because sometimes you say, okay, I'm a have a lifestyle change, a new year, new me. But Super Bowl coming up, I'm just gonna change for that one day. That one day can very much impact everything that you've done from the time you started your New Year resolution. But to me, this book says, hey, this lifestyle change, this is going to help you along the way. So I tell anybody, like for the recipes, I had to get away from the diet and do a lifestyle change, a respectful lifestyle change. And I'm happy to say I'm probably almost as small or skinny smaller than Shannaire. And I told her that I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
because this is what I did. This is what I did. I did this. And I said, and so everybody
what did you do?
I did.
So if you're having a hard time saying it, just get the book and hold it up.
I did.
Yeah, that's it. But listen, one thing about the recipes, all those recipes in the book, they are plant-based. Okay, they are straight plant-based. There is nothing processed. Okay, and all the recipes, I put all the recipes due to everything that Black people love. We love our cheese, we love our milk, we love our eggs, we love our chicken. There is a recipe in our to make oyster fried mushrooms. That is the plant-based or the vegans. That is our version of chicken. I put an omelet in there, tofu scrambled, the avocado toast, a pizza, and okra fries. I put a lot of plant-based recipes in there because I want y'all to realize, now that veganism has taken off, it has been capitalized. Okay, so I get a lot of people who are vegan, and they may be like a little on the heavy side, and they feel like, oh, I haven't lost any weight since I become vegan. That's because when people turn vegan, they want the fried vegan food first. They want all the processed vegan food, and then just because it's vegan, it does not mean that it is healthy. So these recipes.
Wait a minute. Message.
Yeah, it does not. It has changed, and I just be sitting back looking like this looks like Frankenfood, like Frankenstein type of food. It looks good, but it looks just as unhealthy as regular food. It has changed. It is not the same. How I was able to lose my weight was because when I first started off, all this plant-based meat that they got, it was not around at first. I was for real like a raw plant-based vegan. All this meat, all this fake meat wasn't around. So now a lot of people, they're switching over, but they're having a hard time losing the weight because you have to it's okay, because I used that when it came on the scene, I did use that meat or whatever to help me get off the meat, but don't stay there. You really have to end up cutting it off too if you really want to start seeing like a transformation within yourself.
in the book, you guys, if you're reading this book, it's a great read because it's a quick read. But I noticed that did you have almond milk in your, or you don't like almond milk?
I like almond milk, but no, I use hemp milk.
Okay.
Hemp. It's the hemp seeds. I use that, and you got a strawberry one, and you got like a regular recipe in there for milk for the kids.
So what's the difference between the almond milk and the milk, the hemp?
It's a plant.
It's a plant. They're different seeds.
You got almond,
and then you got hemp. They're two different seeds.
So is it sweeter? What is it? Bitter? What is it? What's the difference?
No, see, the hemp milk, it depends on how you make it. You know, you can get the almond milk in the store. It just depends on you and your measurements. If you want to make your milk sweet, you can, but you don't have to. The milk in the store, I have to remember.
Okay. Maybe I should go this route. What are the nutritional benefits if I wanted to use almond milk versus hemp milk? You know, if I had, like, I use almond milk almost for everything, and then it's like, okay, she has hemp milk. What's the nutritional difference or benefit for using one over the other?
There are no nutritional differences or whatever, but I do know with the almond milk, and Dr. Seavey stated with the almond milk or whatever, it may have like high traces of cyanide in it, which is something like a poison. But with the hemp seed, you don't have to worry about that. I do know hemp seeds is good at providing energy, and it's really good for women or people who use chemo, because it provides them energy after the chemo, and it's a good source of protein. So this is another way we get our protein. And almonds, you can also get protein from that too, because it's still a nut. Anything that's hard, like a bean or whatever, and then you boil it and you put it in your body, it provides your body with protein. So that's how us vegans get our protein. I really don't know why people ask, like, how do you get your protein? Well, they don't even know what protein is or what it does in the body or whatever, but they just really think they can get it from animals, and you don't have to get protein from animals. If you look at the cow, you look at the gorilla, they don't eat meat, they eat grass. And they're strong. And the ox, they're strong. So yeah, but there's no difference.
That's a good comparison of cows. We eating the cows and they eating the grass and they're still strong. That was a very good comparison. And I do want to say another thing that I noticed is, like, you use cashew butter, and in the food processor, I've been putting regular cashews, but it seems like I could probably get it smoother by using cashew butter.
Yes,
when I did my Alfredo, well, now I'm had to call it Alfredo, but I did my Alfredo zucchini, and I used what was it? I used the cashews. I put my cashews in the food processor, but you said I could just use my cashew butter.
Yeah, you can use cashew butter because I feel like it's already broken down. When you're using cashew nuts or whatever, if you don't have like the what type of machine is it? Like a commercial machine, it's gonna end up being like grainy and stuff like that, and you'll be processing forever. So it's better to use a butter.
And I have been processing forever because I use my Ninja.
Okay, so now y'all take it first. Let's review the recipes for those who didn't get a chance.
This is so great.
Yes.
Thank you, because I remember when I was gonna write my book, I used to ask her all type of questions. She used to be like, just make sure you give it your all or whatever, and get the ISBN and stuff like that, which I did. I followed all her advice.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
So we got hemp milk, and you kind of went through it all.
Yeah.
But two-knot fish and your scramble and your avocado toast. So let me ask you something. Now, is there certain tools that you need to have in your kitchen to be healthy? What are some of the tools?
And I put them in the book too.
The must-have. Okay, y'all, these are the must-have items that you need to have in your kitchen if you're going to be healthy in 2022. Run them off, Shannaire.
So you need a blender.
Oh, let me write this down because I'm on it. Okay.
Like a really good blender. The Ninja is good too, but you are a processor, food processor.
Okay, food processor.
You need a wood cutting board, not plastic, because plastic holds bacteria. I learned that from Dr. Okua Gray. I learned that from her.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to school. I studied with her or whatever. So.
Wonderful. She's a beautiful spirit.
Yeah, she is.
So you said a food processor because I got a Ninja. So you think
the food processor is better when breaking down stuff. Yeah, the Ninja, I need a Ninja. I actually want a Ninja, but yeah, a food processor, wood cutting board. You need mason jars.
Mason jars. Okay.
You can use glass Tupperware or BPA free Tupperware, and that means it doesn't have any. I can't even pronounce that.
Glass Tupperware, because you're not doing the plastic, huh?
Sometimes if it's BPA free, I will. And those are a veggetti.
What's a veggetti?
Okay, so you know how you got pasta? Well, you can take zucchini and put in the veggetti. You can break it into a noodles, and you can use that for pasta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
picture in there. So, because I know a lot of this stuff, I'm like, what the hell is this? But that's what it is. But yeah, a veggetti, and I believe that's it. Those are your must-haves.
Okay, y'all. Did y'all hear that? Those are the must-haves that you need to
Mhm.
have in your kitchen if you're going to be healthy in 2022.
Yeah.
And now, Shannaire, also tell us what is the first step, because we're nearing our hour.
Okay.
Okay, so besides getting your book, make sure you go online to our bookstore. It's on our website. Get this book. Also, stop by the Doc Bookshop. Pick up your copy of this book. This is a great read, especially for 2022. We are kicking off our year healthy, and we're going to them diets. Okay.
Yeah, we ain't dying till we making lifestyle changes. We drinking our water.
We making lifestyle
We
changes.
going to the gym. We doing yoga. We're not eating after 7 o'clock. We're gonna cut back on.
Okay, y'all. That's the note. Okay, so your healthy tip. You just ran them off right quick.
I can do it again.
You gotta repeat those healthy tips, okay? Because I'm writing this stuff down, y'all,
Yeah.
because I'm not playing in 2022.
So
Okay,
this is a healthy tip.
Okay.
When you first wake up in the morning, before you eat anything, you're gonna drink a warm cup of water with some lemon in it. That warm cup of water is going to open up your digestive system. It's going to help with your cramps. It's going to help you lose weight. It's going to help remove toxins. Those are just some benefits of drinking water first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Secondly, for breakfast, instead of pancakes and eggs, you're going to have you some tea or some fruit, because fruits help to cleanse the body, cleanse all the stuff that sits on your intestines. Okay. Then we're going to increase our water intake. They say you're supposed to drink half of your body's weight. Yeah, so like say if you weigh like 150 pounds, you're supposed to drink 75 ounces of water a day. Some people are drinking a gallon. That's fine too. No eating after 7 or 8 o'clock. Okay, I promise you. Listen, this is what I did for me. This is what I did for me. And I know there's no like one thing for everybody or whatever. You really just have to find your groove, what's gonna work for you. So no eating after 8 o'clock. That's it. Cut back on some of the meat that you're consuming. You don't have to eat meat 3 times a day. If you're eating, I think meat, I believe that meat, it takes like anywhere from like 2 to maybe 6 hours to digest. If you're eating meat 3 times a day, how or when are you giving your body the time to digest this meat? And this is why people have the inflammation. They have the worms and they have the IBS or they have the colitis or Crohn's disease and stuff like that because of what we're consuming. But those are some tips. You're going to exercise. You're going to go do some yoga. You're going to stretch. Do all that, because if you don't stretch, if you don't drink your water, you don't move your body, then arthritis sits in. And I believe that's another reason why people deal with arthritis, because they don't want to drink the water, they don't want to move the body, and they don't want to cut back on some of the meat that's causing inflammation. Arthritis is a form of inflammation in the joints. So yeah, so those are just a few tips, y'all. And then you got to get this book too, because it has your recipes and stuff up in it. Okay, so yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, well, honey, I think we had a great discussion. And again, I am so excited about your new release. And I believe it's going to bless so many people.
It is.
It's really, I mean.
That was my intention. It was my intention for people to get this book and actually, for real, I wanted them to feel convicted. I wanted them to feel like, dang, she right. Or whatever. Like I wanted them to really grab this book and make some changes and apply it. And with the recipes, season with your own intuition or whatever. If you feel like it needs some more, do it. Whatever it does to make it taste better for you. But yeah.
Yeah, and we're excited about this book. This is definitely one of our books for the year. And y'all, I want you to come to the Doc Bookshop, get the book, go to our website, order the book. And Shannaire, thank you again for taking time out of your schedule to join us for our New Year, New You, New Book event. We appreciate you.
Yes.
And we will definitely hear from her again. This is not our last conversation. We're going to continue this conversation on health, because health is definitely a priority. And we want to continue the conversation and, and really delve into some of the themes she have in her book.
Especially with COVID on the rise, and one thing with COVID, I feel like it really made people kind of take a look at their health.
Well, yeah.
Like it scared the hell out of people.
Okay.
And chaos brings about order. And that's exactly what COVID did. It actually brought about order with people and their health and stuff like that. It made them take a look at, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but y'all can reach me at In Her Therapy Healing on Facebook, and then on Instagram it's InHer _, Therapy Healing. My website, if you want to check out, you can also get the book off my website, or if you need herbs, you need a consultation, you need some energy healing, inner2healing.com, INNER 2 healing.com.
There it is.
Yeah. Boom.
All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, yes, yes.
We will continue our conversation. Our next segment, we will deal with new books for 2022. So we'll see you back in about 5 minutes. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Peace.